Okay, this is Dan, Hardwood Hollow Bushcraft, coming at you from the Hardwood Hollow in Virginia. Going to do a quick tabletop review of a couple of inexpensive, actually one of them is a free flashlight. So let's reset. We'll get into, we're going to do this one indoors so that I can show you how bright they are in the dark. Okay, so let's get reset and we'll see you in a minute. Okay, I was in the hardware store the other day. Yesterday in fact, and this flashlight, which is made by Channel Lock, I wasn't looking for a flashlight, but I saw it on the shelf and I noticed that the included batteries with it were leaking inside the package on the shelf. So I brought it to the attention of the cashier at the store, and he offered it to me for half price. So it was a $8 flashlight. I got it for $4. I said, don't need another light, but for $4, what the hell. This other light is one that we just had a new Harbor Freight store open locally, retail store, and when you get the flyer in the mail every month, there's a in-store free giveaway, and that flashlight was one of the giveaways. So I was going to do a quick review. Like I said, we're doing this indoors so that I can close the door and turn the lights off, and you can see how bright each one is and what their comparative uses might be. This Channel Lock light, let's go ahead and get it turned on. It's pretty bright. It has a metal pocket clip on the back. It's got a single switch right on top. Click on, click off. The battery compartment is on the bottom. It's a slider. It's actually pretty tough, so you're not going to take it off by mistake. And the flashlight takes 3 AAA batteries. I went ahead and I'm a die-hard Duracell user. I know that sounds funny, but so that's the Channel Lock light. Now here's the Harbor Freight light. Now this one has 2 lighting features. It's got a flashlight feature, so the first punch of the switch turns on these 3 LEDs on the end, and then the second push of the button turns on the large screen, which has quite a few LEDs for area light, and it's also very, very bright. This light also has a hook on the back that unfolds out. It rotates so that you can rotate this in multiple positions. It also has this magnet right here, so you can stick it to metal. Say you have to work outside your vehicle, changing a tire or whatever, you can stick it to the metal of the vehicle and use it that way. Say you were going to use this, I was thinking of using this in my tent as an overhead light. The hook, when it's open, won't really allow me to direct the light where I need it because it flops on the hook. But if I were to take a small piece of metal with me, and my tent has a gear loft above it, I could put that small metal disc above in the gear loft, stick this to it so it's suspended that way, and then the light will shine straight down and, you know, give me a reading light or area light as I need it. So let me go ahead and reset here so that we can see just how bright they are in the dark, the differences between the light. I believe the Harbor Freight one, personally, I think it puts out a little bit better light, a little bit truer light, whereas the LEDs in the Channel Lock seem to have a little bit more of a yellowish hue to them in the dark. So let's go ahead and reset, and we'll show you what they look like in the dark. Okay, I was curious myself, so I went ahead and did a check and undid the screws, and when you take it up the back off, the Harbor Freight light does in fact use 3 AAA batteries. I'm probably going to go ahead and take those out now because those are, I'm sure, inexpensive Chinese-made batteries, and I'll go ahead and drop my Duracells in it that I prefer. Alright, there you go. Just a little add-on, and hope you like that information. We'll do the Channel Lock light first. Here's the channel lock light, and you can see how it lights up the room. Due to its design, it's a lot more of an area light, where it doesn't have a reflector that allows it to project that light in any kind of a pattern. So it's just very much of a floodlight, but it does a pretty good job of illuminating. You can see on the floor it illuminates pretty good. So say I did use this, I could probably just drop this into the gear loft of my tent, and it would probably do a pretty good job of lighting the inside of the tent. Now the switch does give you the ability to signal with it by putting it into a manual strobe mode, giving you temporary or momentary on the switch, or just click it off. So you could use it for signaling, doing SOS. And that would be a good way to use this light as well. So let's go ahead and get the other light up, and we'll go from there. Okay, now it's time for the Harbor Freight flashlight. This flashlight has two modes. The first mode is a flashlight mode, which is 3 LEDs. That would be good to use for walking down a path. It's not overly bright. It seems brighter in the video than it is to the naked eye, but I think it would be great for that. You know, it's got pretty decent projection, not great, but you know, it's not like Surefire obviously, but you know, for a free light, hey, it's doing pretty doggone good, I think. Now it's got the floodlight. See, does a really good job of illuminating my buddy there. That would be my little girl Jasmine, hanging out, getting into the video, taking a nap. Now we're going to put it into floodlight mode. Floodlight mode, as you can see, it's pretty bright. Because of the reflector it has, it projects actually pretty decent, gives it kind of a spot look. Lights up the room pretty well. For illuminating the inside of a tent, I think it would be pretty good. And then we'll go ahead and put both lights on so you can see them side by side by comparison. You can see a difference. This one, which is the channel lock, seems to be a little bit dimmer, which I think it is. Plus it seems to me to be more white, whereas the free one from Harbor Freight seems to have that bluish hue, which almost to me makes it look a little bit brighter. So there you go, there's the two lights. So this is Dan, Hardwood Hollow Bushcraft and Tactical. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm actually using the channel lock light right now. The room is completely black, so I'm using the channel lock light to illuminate myself. And just so you can see that I've got the Harbor Freight light on in the background, but that channel lock light does a pretty good job of illuminating me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, rate, and subscribe, and feel free to share it with all your friends. Please do the like, rate, and subscribe on YouTube as well as Facebook if you want, but please do it on YouTube so that I'll get more hits on Facebook. I mean on YouTube. All right, thank you very much. Dan, Hardwood Hollow Bushcraft and Tactical. Remember, always practice proper firearm safety, and better to be prepared today than to wish you were prepared tomorrow. This is Dan, HHB&T. I'm out.
Storm clouds are building above.